Alright guys, so we've got an update. This is the one that I just did a video on for the P0335, the crankshaft sensor circuit code that we scoped that showed us that the flywheel has a missing tooth. There was an extra gap in the waveform. I spoke to the gentleman that did the engine multiple times. He actually told me that there is an access area for the flywheel. But in order to get to it, you have to take this sort of like a partial cradle or subframe plate or brace that covers underneath here. Once you get that removed, there is a typical cover that you would see for bell housings or flywheels. And I was able to, at that point, get access to the teeth that we saw in the picture from eBay. So now we are basically looking at something we're a little bit familiar with, and I did spin it all around. I marked that yellow, and hopefully you can tell, but this, let's see, where am I? That guy there and this guy here is lower than that guy there in the middle. So I don't know, it's hard to get angles here on camera, but yeah, you can tell this one is lower. So maybe to prove out, if you remember, I think in the waveform there was like 9 teeth, a gap, then 8 teeth. And so that's how I was able to verify once I saw that tooth, which actually I didn't see it right away because I was looking for a missing tooth, not an actual bent tooth. But I don't know if I'll be able to do here on camera. So let me try to brace. Okay, so the one in the middle, that one is our bent tooth. So from there we should have, I think it's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And there's our gap. And so every single tooth is present. It's fine. They're there. There's the other gap. So that was 18 teeth. This will be 18 teeth continuous without nothing wrong. And there's the gap. And so here is where we'll have 9 teeth. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there is the gap. Or the tooth that's bent further in, so it's curled up inwards, and it's far enough to where the crank sensor does not pick it up. Okay, so that's up to the first contact of the bent tooth. So we are 1 inch, 500, let's call it 55 thousandths. And so now we'll go to a straight tooth. So let's see, 1 inch, 440. Alright guys, so and this isn't 100% exact. I tried to do the best equal area, but just ballparking. So our bent tooth was 1 inch, 555 thousandths away, and then our regular one was 1 inch, 440 away, difference of 115. So I've set that up there, and that, if you, for comparison, just a little bit bigger than the ballpoint pen or the tip of a pen. That there is enough to make the tooth far away to make it look like it's completely gone and missing. That should be an eye-opening thing. And when you visually kind of spin it quick, if you're not fully paying attention, that tooth might not stand out or jump out. It didn't for me at first. It was until I think the second time around I kind of noticed it, and I wasn't sure that was going to be it. So that's why I had to count the teeth to match the waveform, and it was the identifying point. So that much bent away makes it completely gone from the waveform. That is some eye-opening information there. So again, like that 3.6 that I did the same thing on, I'm using the same specially calibrated tool. Now I'm going to measure. So I'm at, let me see, 100, 1 inch 433. So just a little too tight. And it probably won't make a difference. Probably fine there, but all right, perfect. 440. All right, so I'll get you a shot what it looks like. So it's that guy there. Let's see. Off to the side, nothing looks out of place. I think that's gonna work. I don't think I'm gonna use the scope as much as I probably would like to. It's a little bit of a pain to get to that actual wire. But we'll see. We know that if the code goes right away, then we've got this right. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and connect this back up. And I'm not even going with any big scan tool, so I'm just going to use a code reader. And let's power up. Okay, let's clear this before we start anything. We know it should have the 91. What the heck? 0 codes. So I might have to go with a big scanner. Oh no, look. That's odd. Alright, well, let's see if it'll clear this 1991 car. Don't know why it picked it up that way, but and the key, let's cycle the key just to make sure. Again, we might have to get an actual big scanner, go in factory mode, but we'll see. So I'm not sure if this will clear the code. Alright, yeah, it might not be able to clear it. We'll try one more time. But we also know it gives us an extended crank. So that'll be a telltale sign for us here physically. And let's see. Alright, so we know the first crank usually isn't the extended one. Shut it off. I'll get you guys out here. It didn't sound terrible. I think we might be good. but and no check engine light, so we might be good. So let me get maybe get a big scanner or so, or I might just go drive it. All right, guys, let's just not mess around. Leave no question unanswered, no stone unturned. Let's go straight to the scope and get our raw actual data. I'm not going to question whether scan tools are clearing the codes or not. This is going to be the first crank with the scope and the new tube. All right, let's stop it, take a look. Let's see. So we're gonna have 3 gaps of 18, and I think we're good. Let's see. So let's see, 1 section, 2 sections, 3, and that'll bring us back. So yeah, we have no missing tooth. We've got 3 gaps, 1, 2, 3, 3 sections of 18 teeth. So we are good. So we've got this one figured out. No more crankshaft sensor code. We didn't have to drop the flywheel. We didn't have to drop the transmission or take the engine out, buy a flywheel. Again, by using the data and by having access, we were able to pick exactly what we were going to need to do, which was look for a missing tooth or a bent tooth. We found the bent tooth, measured it, fixed it, pulled it back, rescoped it. No more issues. We are good. So, quick update. Hope this gives some of you guys closure. A lot of you guys were asking questions about maybe taking the starter out or something to that extent. But I'm bringing this to you guys and closing this case on this one. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and that is it on this one. So it drives good, no codes, accelerates with no issues, no more crankshaft sensor circuit codes.